Lesson 46.
The 46th lesson.
Lekcja 46.
Letter writing. It is Ian's last Sunday in London, and he is rather sad about it. Besides, he has some letters to answer, and letter writing is really, as Rick says, such a nuisance. This morning, Ian has gone to see some friends to say goodbye, and in the afternoon he is going to the Natural Science Museum. So he has made up his mind to write them now. First, he must answer a formal invitation to a dinner party.
Mr. and Mrs. Green request the pleasure of Mr. Dombrowski's company at dinner on Wednesday, the 23rd of July 2000 at 7:30, 12 Oxford Square, London, W5.
Well, Ian must be as formal as they are.
Mr. Dombrowski has much pleasure in accepting Mr. and Mrs. Green's kind invitation to dinner on the 23rd of July 2000, 2 Cambridge Street, London, SW8.
The next one is not so easy. He must write a few words to a gentleman who has lent him a book. Ian starts writing.
Dear Sir.
No, this would suit a business letter. The man is an acquaintance, so Ian must write, Dear Mr. Jones. What next? He cannot begin with, Thank you very much for your nice postcard, for he has not had any postcard. If it were a business letter, he would know how to go on, and he would finish the letter with yours faithfully, for he has been taught commercial correspondence for the whole year. At last, the letter gets written as follows.
2 Cambridge Street, London, SW8. 20th July 2000. Dear Mr. Jones, I am so sorry I cannot take leave of you personally, but my boat will have sailed before you return to town. I hope you are enjoying your stay in the country. Farm life is so interesting in summer, and it is a great temptation to keep away from the hot streets of London. A fortnight ago, I borrowed a book from you. I am sending it back with my best thanks. Please remember me to your mother. Yours sincerely, Ian Dombrowski. Well, that's written,
says Ian to himself. He does not like writing formal letters. Now he begins a letter to Phil.
20th of July 2000. Dear Phil, have you heard the latest news? Andy and Sue are engaged. I've heard about it this morning. I suppose their engagement isn't such a surprise, really. But I'm writing about it so that you can congratulate them as soon as possible. I'm very glad about it, for I like Andy, and Sue is a charming girl. Our guest house has been dull and empty since the holidays began. Do you remember the long talks we used to have after coming back from the cinema or a show? My boat is sailing next week. I feel rather sad when I think of going away and leaving this island. I'm afraid I shan't be able to return here for quite a long time because of my job. So I propose that you should come to Poland to spend your holidays there. How is little Liza? Last week I promised to send her stamps from Poland, and I made a note so that I wouldn't forget it. This year spent in England has been so pleasant for me and so useful. Now that I know the English better, I like them more, because they are reliable in everyday life. I like their politeness and their sense of humour, and you have been a real friend to me. I shall never forget my stay at your place. Thank you so much for your kindness. Love to your little sister, and kind regards to your parents and yourself. Ever yours, Ian.